He's pretty old to be living in such a rundown apartment. Huh, I definitely don't want to end up like him.
Geez, there you were. I was looking for you.
Huh? Big brother. Old campus. Ah, what a beautiful day. All right. My name is Hinata Miura. I'm 25 and work as a local public servant. Ready to tackle another day. I put on my suit and left my apartment full of energy. But... Hey, look at that guy. He's pretty old to be living in such a rundown apartment. Huh, I definitely don't want to end up like him. He's probably gonna be single forever. His life's basically over. Hey, knock it off. Looking down on people won't do you any good. It's fine. Even if he notices, what's he gonna do? He lives in a crappier place than me. Obviously poor, right? Well, I wasn't planning on starting a fight over something like this, but... getting looked down on first thing in the morning by some guy I don't know, probably in his early 20s? It's true, this apartment is old. A 48-year-old two-bedroom apartment. I get why some people wouldn't want to live here, but it's property that still has some demand. Well, it doesn't matter what someone who doesn't get the appeal of this place says. I decided to ignore it and focus on work, heading towards the city hall. However... the poor guy from the poor apartment. Since that day, it felt like he was timing it. I started running into that guy constantly. It's not like I'm actually poor, though. My job isn't high paying, but I live modestly and have decent savings. Hello. Well then. But today was my day off, and I planned to immerse myself in my hobby, thinking it was stupid to argue back every time I tried to walk past. But... what's that? Carrying a huge plank of wood? Don't tell me. Is that DIY? Poor people can't even afford furniture, huh? Ha! He must have noticed the wood I was carrying. His voice rang out, even more mocking than usual. It's true, my hobby is DIY, but being looked down on so openly really ticks me off. Where I live and what I do is none of your business, right? I'm careful not to make noise or bad smells. Could you please stop picking on me? Huh. Aren't you the one picking a fight? I live in the Komon mansion nearby, and I'm gonna be an elite corporate employee in the future. Plus, my family's rich. It's presumptuous for a poor guy like you to even talk to me. With that, he waved dismissively and walked away. Komon Mansion is a nice, secure apartment building nearby. Also, from what he said, he's probably still a university student, not working yet. Well, if he was working part-time and paying his own rent, I'd respect him, but... from the way he talked, I doubt he's self-sufficient. He's probably getting money sent from his parents. It's really frustrating, but there's no point in getting angry at someone who isn't here right now. Sighing, I decided to focus on my DIY for the day.
Hinata, sorry to bother you when you're busy.
One day, during my lunch break, I got a call from my girlfriend, Rinka Tonosaki. Rinka and I were in the same year at university. We've been dating for 8 years, and just got engaged recently. It's okay, but what's wrong? Did something happen? Rinka sounded kind of tired over the phone, making me frown instinctively.
Actually, I was hoping we could go to our usual place tonight. I'm really craving their pasta and pizza. I know we're trying to save money. Sorry about that.
We'd been trying to save money since getting married costs a lot, but Rinka seemed to have a reason today. Yeah, sure. You've been cutting back on eating out for my sake recently, Rinka.
Really? Thanks, Hinata. Okay, let's meet up in front of the station after work.
And so, I finished my work quickly and headed straight for the station after closing time.
So good.
At our favorite Western-style restaurant, Rinka's face relaxed. and her happy expression made me smile.
Eating here really cheers me up.
So, something did happen. Did something happen to bring you down? You can talk to me if you want.
Actually...
You okay? Is it that usual thing? I came from Rinka's place today, so I thought it would be fine.
Yeah, I don't think it's your fault, Hinata. Maybe I caught a cold?
Rinka has severe allergies, including house dust. Since my hobby is DIY and I often handle paints and adhesives, I was always extremely careful when meeting her. If it gets really bad, I'll go with you to the hospital again, okay? I'm still doing DIY because the doctor gave me the okay for now, but if I'm the reason her symptoms are getting worse, I'll have to change my lifestyle.
Thank you, but I don't want to take DIY away from you. It's incredibly important to you, Hinata. About the reason I was feeling down, or the cause. There's a university student interning right now, you see, and I got put in charge. But the interns are kind of at odds with each other.
I see. That sounds tough, being stuck in the middle. Apparently, one of the university students Rinka is supervising acts motivated in front of her and the other employees. But when the employees aren't looking, that student makes excuses and pushes their assigned tasks onto the other interns. That's definitely a problem. Makes you wonder what they're even there for.
I think they probably do want to join our company. But if we find out they're doing stuff like that, we obviously wouldn't want them to join. They won't stop, no matter how many times I warn them. But sorry, I just kept complaining. That was boring, wasn't it?
No, it's okay. But are there really that many university students lately who lack basic social etiquette? I told her about how a certain guy near my apartment frequently looks down on me. And then...
I can't believe someone in this world would badmouth such a wonderful person like you, Hinata. Maybe I should grab that guy by the scruff of his neck, drag him around, or maybe just hang him somewhere.
Whoa, Rinka, don't say scary things like that.
Just kidding. There's no way someone as weak as me could do that. But maybe I could invoke a curse.
Uh-oh, she's entering some weird zone. Speaking of which, how are the moving preparations going?
Yes, we've practically been living together already, but I'm really looking forward to moving properly in together.
When we got engaged, we decided to rent a larger place and live together. By the way, I plan to keep renting my apartment room as a workshop for my DIY projects.
I think living together might reveal differences in our values, but... strangely, I'm completely confident that it's with you, Hinata. It'll be okay.
Yeah, me too. Whatever difficulties come our way, let's overcome them together. Let's talk out our complaints like today, and make sure we can live comfortably together. A few days later, on a day when the pleasant spring sunshine started filling the room, my younger sister Yui visited my apartment. Yui is a fourth-year university student, about to graduate. It's been a while since you last came here, Yui.
Well, you seem really busy, big brother. I was actually holding myself back from wanting to see you every day.
Thanks for being considerate.
Speaking of which, are you still lovey-dovey with Rinka, big brother?
Yeah, pretty much. What about you, Yui?
Yeah. Actually, I recently found someone with the same hobby. He's a junior, but we get along really well and always have fun talking. I'll introduce him to you sometime. I'm sure you'll like him too, big brother.
I see. That sounds nice. As we were talking, Yui clapped her hands together.
Oh, right. Can you get the day off for my graduation ceremony?
Yeah, I told them well in advance, so I managed it. Rinka said she can't make it for the ceremony itself, but she'll rush over afterwards.
Oh, good. Rinka is practically family now, so I really wanted her to see me on my big day. Besides, the venue is the university hall, so it might be nostalgic for you and Rinka too, right?
The university Yui attends is the same one Rinka and I graduated from. It might be nice to walk around the campus again after so long.
Dad and Mom said they're coming too, so you absolutely have to come, big brother.
I know. Don't worry so much. I'll definitely be there to see you off. And so, graduation day arrived. I joined my parents, who I met there, and attended Yui's graduation ceremony.
To all graduates, congratulations on your graduation.
Listening to the Chancellor's speech, I watched Yui's dignified back. To think that little Yui had grown up so much. Fighting back tears, moved by the crying parents around me, I savored the moment. After the ceremony, we chatted briefly as a family, then left Yui to talk with her friends and headed up to the parking lot. My parents came from far away, so they couldn't stay long. Okay, I'll come back during the long holidays then. After seeing my parents off, I checked my phone. Rinka said she'd let me know when she arrived at the university, but there was no notification yet. While waiting for Rinka, I thought I might as well look around the campus, but then... Well, I thought I recognized that face. It's the guy from the rundown apartment. What are you doing here? Turning around at the sarcastic voice, I saw that university student. Oh, maybe you snuck in to tour the campus during the graduation ceremony. This place is pretty high level, you know. Too tough for you, bro. I've been thinking this for a while, but you're quite rude, aren't you? Wait, so you were a student here? No. I'd prefer if you called me honest. It's a celebration, so I should try to refute him calmly, just as I thought that.
Big brother!
I don't know when she got so close. Yui called out to me.
Geez, there you were. I was looking for you.
Sorry. I was just thinking of walking around our old campus. Huh? Big brother? Old campus?
Oh, Okawa, what are you doing here during spring break?
Well, I wanted to see your big moment, Yui, so I came secretly. More importantly, is this your older brother?
Yeah, but...
Yui looked puzzled. Apparently, the two knew each other.
Oh, big brother, this is Akira Okawa. He's the junior I told you about before. The one with the same hobby who's easy to talk to.
What? You have the same hobby as Yui? Well... Looking like he remembered something, the university student, or rather, Okawa, became visibly flustered. And you said that? DIY is something poor people who can't afford furniture do, was it?
Eh? What do you mean? Okawa, you said you like DIY, right?
That's right. Yui's hobby is also DIY, just like mine. Judging from the fact that Okawa came here even though it wasn't his graduation, he probably has a crush on Yui and was just pretending to share her interest. Come on, I didn't say it like that. I was just worried that living in an old apartment must be tough for you. Thinking he'd smooth things over, Okawa put on a strained smile, but Yui's gaze only grew sharper.
Old apartment? Okawa, you don't know about Love DIY Manor?
Love DIY Manor?
The apartment my brother lives in is famous among DIY lovers, you know? It's super popular on social media for being a great environment for DIY. So you were lying about liking DIY.
No, that's,
Unbelievable! You just forced an excuse to get close to me, didn't you? I can't believe people who lie, but don't you think what you said to my brother is disrespectful to everyone who loves DIY?
Realizing he couldn't talk his way out of it, Okawa stopped trying to cover up and started ranting. How was I supposed to know? Yui, didn't you say your brother was a public servant? Nobody would think someone with a decent income would live in such a rundown apartment.
What's that supposed to mean? So if he wasn't my brother, you think it's okay to make fun of him?
No, that's not what I meant.
stop making lame excuses already? Love DIY Manor, you see. My brother carefully selected it, searching high and low to find property he could offer specifically for DIY lovers. He bought the entire building and is managing that apartment now.
What? But aren't public servants banned from having side businesses? There are various restrictions, but it's not entirely impossible. The scale must be 4 buildings and 9 units or less. The rental income must be less than 5 million yen per year, and management must be entrusted to a management company. Under these and other conditions, I manage Love DIY Manor. Normally, if you modify or alter an apartment, you have to pay for restoration work when you move out. This can be quite a painful expense for people whose hobby is DIY. So, under the condition that restoration work isn't required, and the DIY done by the previous tenant can be used by the next one, I decided to manage Love DIY Manor with the idea of bringing together only DIY enthusiasts to let them live freely. Somehow, I ended up getting into apartment management, but there's no grand reason for going this far. It's just that when we were little, Yui was inspired by me and tried to build a castle out of cardboard, but had to give up because of the lack of space at home. The look on her face back then just stuck with me. I didn't want to see that face again, and from that feeling, I wanted to provide an environment where she could create things to her heart's content. Apartment management just happened to be the means to do that. That's all there is to it.
My brother has always loved making things and used to share his creations on social media. Through that, he connected with DIY lovers nationwide via local and online events, and now he's quite famous. Thanks to that, Love DIY Manor is fully occupied, and there are lots of people on the waiting list. What do you think? Isn't my brother amazing? Knowing you were bad-mouthing my amazing brother, do you really think I'd start licking you, Okawa? I guess we won't see each other after I graduate, but don't ever talk to me again.
Damn it. How did things turn out like this? Okawa seemed frozen in shock, unable to say anything more. But his ordeal wasn't over yet.
Hinata, Yui, sorry to keep you waiting. Yui, congratulations on your graduation.
Oh, Rinka, sorry, did you message me?
No, I was about to, but then I saw you two here. There was someone else I knew too, so I was just watching to see what the connection was.
Someone else? Wondering who she meant, I glanced over and saw Okawa looking stunned. Rinka?
Hello, Okawa. Right, you attend this university, don't you?
Rinka, do you know him?
Yes, I do. Hey, remember? The story I told you about the troublesome intern?
What? I can't believe the person she talked about that day was the same guy.
So based on what I heard, it seems you were the one bad-mouthing my fiancé, Okawa.
Fiancé?
Yes, we've been together since university. How dare you look down on such a kind-hearted person? He's so considerate that he's willing to give up his own hobbies and dreams for my sake.
You know, I really think I should stop doing DIY from now on. Back in university, thinking about Rinka's allergies, I thought maybe I should quit DIY altogether, but
I don't want you to give it up for me. It's not certain that DIY is worsening my symptoms. Let's talk to the doctor and think a bit more about whether there's a way for you to keep doing DIY, Hinata.
after that, we asked Rinka's doctor about potential allergens and discussed what countermeasures we could take. Like me always showering before meeting Rinka and making sure to leave all my DIY supplies at my apartment and never bring them into her room. Thanks to that, I was able to manage Love DIY Manor without burdening Rinka. I just did what anyone would do. You're the considerate one, Rinka. Thanks to you, I can still chase my dreams. You're the complete opposite, Okawa. What? Well, isn't it true? If what Rinka said is true, you selfishly push your work onto other interns, right? That's...
Well, it's about time for me to head back, but... Okawa, First impressions are incredibly important, so you should remember that, okay?
Rinka left with a meaningful smile, leaving Okawa standing there pale as a ghost. Later, Okawa apparently applied to the company Rinka works for, but... No way! I didn't even make it to the interview stage. Since Rinka honestly reported Okawa's character to the company, he was rejected at the document screening stage. Furthermore, damn it, I can't believe job hunting is this hard. Even when he managed to get interviews at other companies, perhaps his personality showed through, because ultimately, none of the companies he wanted accepted him. I should have taken the internship in job hunting more seriously. Eventually, even his friends abandoned him, and now nobody seems to know where he is or what he's doing.
I'm glad your dream came true, Hinata.
Rinka and I started living together, and now we're looking at the Love DIY Manor social media page. Like I said before, I could only make my dream come true thanks to you, Rinka. Thank you for always respecting my feelings. Let me spend the rest of my life repaying you.
Oh, if we're talking about repaying, then I owe you too. You're always so careful when you do DIY for my sake, Hinata, right? Even though it must be a hassle sometimes, thank you for always being my side. I'll spend my whole life making you happy.
If you selfishly look down on others, eventually, the people around you might abandon you. Living like that, you probably won't be able to make friends with shared hobbies, companions, or even find someone to love. Oh, right, Yui. How about we try building a room like a castle together sometime?
Yeah! Let's build it! What kind of castle room should it be? Rinka can be the princess.
Being considerate of each other, looking for things we can do for the other person, just doing that should make our lives shine brilliantly.
Oh my gosh, I would love to build one of those, like, Harry Potter DIY rooms. They look so amazing. But I'm not talented enough. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Bye!